Hey third graders! Welcome to our math lesson. Now I'm going to let you know right now this will be somewhat of a lengthy lesson because we are combining two lessons due to the fact that we didn't have school yesterday. But I know you can do it. You've got that strength and willpower, so let's begin. Open up your math books to page 187. Page 187. If you pay close attention during the lesson, you'll find that it's not as challenging as you think it could be because we're having two lessons. But like I said, you can do this. So on page 187, it says 1/2 of a number. And they've got butterflies and insects because we're learning about insects this week, or at least we are reviewing insects because we have a test on Friday. So it says for number 1, circle 1/2 of each group. Okay, so here I have 4 butterflies. I need to split that group in half. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's use purple because these butterflies are purple. I'm going to circle half of them. And how many did I circle? 2. So 1/2 of 4 equals 2. Next group, we've got ladybugs. I'm going to use red. Circle 1/2 of the ladybugs. Okay, now you can do it in 2 different ways. You can do it like this. I'm going to circle half of that. Or you can do it like this. I'm going to circle half of that. And when I circle half, that means both parts have the same amount of ladybugs. So me circling this half means that there are 6 in this circle and 6 outside of the circle, and that equals 12. So that's what it means by half. Both parts have the equal or same amount of objects. So 1/2 of 12 is 6. Just erase these and recircle it. Letter C, we've got bumblebees. I'm going to use orange. We've got to circle half of these bumblebees. There are 8 of them. So you can circle it this way, or you can circle them this way. Okay, either way you circle the groups, remember they both have to have the same amount of bees. So there are 4 here and there are 4 here. Okay, so 1/2 of 8 is 4. Now there's a pattern to this, all right? It's really fun once you catch it. Take a look at the first one where it says 1/2 of 4. You know what you're really doing here? You are, and I'm gonna use purple again, you are dividing. Watch, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Here with the ladybugs, you're dividing again. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Here with the bees, you're dividing. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now we can move on to number 2, and we don't need pictures for this. We do not need to draw bugs, hearts, happy faces, or stars, because now we see the pattern. Watch. 14 divided by 2. What's 14 divided by 2? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 7 fingers. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. This is like beginning 3rd grade work. So here, 14 divided by 2 is 7. Letter B, 24 divided by 2. So I'll use my fingers just to prove it to you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I held up 12 fingers. 24 divided by 2 is 12. Here, C, 1/2 of 18. 18 divided by 2, so I'm going to use my fingers again just in case you forgot what 18 divided by 2 is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 9 fingers. Now you can definitely try the rest on your own because again, it's simple. 1/2 of 20. 20 divided by 2. 1/2 of 16. 16 divided by 2. 1/2 of 10. 10 divided by 2. And so on and so forth. But we'll still go over it at our Zoom meeting. Number 3. Logan's mom made 12 dozen cookies. Wow, that's a lot of cookies. For the school bake sale. 5 dozen were chocolate chip cookies and 2 dozen were sugar cookies. If the rest were snickerdoodle cookies, how many dozen snickerdoodles did she make? Okay, so I'm just gonna like use different colors again to represent the cookies. We have chocolate chip, and use something thinner. Here I'll put CC for chocolate chip. Can you see that? She made 5 dozen of them. 5 dozen chocolate chip. And then 2 dozen sugar cookies. So sugar cookies I'm gonna make blue. Sugar cookies. You know, I'm gonna make it thicker. Just realize how unnecessarily unthick that was. Okay, so let's start over again. Chocolate chip. Ooh, that's too thick. Not chocolate chip. There you go. 5 dozen. Now for the sugar cookies. Sugar cookies. 2 dozen. So we got here 5 dozen, 2 dozen. And then snickerdoodles. I will use like pink. Snickerdoodles. SN. Well, I don't know how many snickerdoodles she made, because it says here if the rest were snickerdoodles. So here's what I'm going to do first. This is a 2-step process. First, I'm going to add the number of chocolate chip cookies and sugar cookies. So I'm going to add this. 5 plus 2 is 7. Now, she made 12 dozen different cookies. Okay. And I want to know how many of the rest of them are snickerdoodles. So critical thinking here. If I want to know how many of the rest of them are snickerdoodles, I have to subtract. And I'm going to subtract 7, because that'll tell me how the rest of the cookies. Okay. So what's 12 take away 7? If you want to see it. Here's 7. I'm going to count down by 12. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5. So she made 5 snickerdoodles. Almost forgot how to spell snickerdoodles. Now, I'm going to prove this to you by drawing them, okay? So you don't have to erase your work. You can just watch what I do here, because the reason why I didn't draw all of this was because they give me such a small amount of space in workspace A. But I have the luxury of erasing my work very easily. So you don't have to erase it. I just want you to watch and understand, okay? I'm going to draw the cookies. So I'm going to draw 5 chocolate chip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it says here 5 were chocolate chip cookies. And then I'm going to draw 2 dozen sugar cookies. So I'm going to do it here. And I'm going to draw just 2 sugar cookies. 1, 2. Okay, now you can see this very easily. How many cookies are there? Let me just count. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 cookies so far. 7 dozen cookies so far. Now I have to figure out, because she's making 12. So I have to add some more until I reach number 12. Because see, it says she made 12 dozen. So since I have 7, and here I'm going to use pink for snickerdoodles. So I have 7 right now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And how many snickerdoodles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there you go. That's how I prove that there really are 5 dozen snickerdoodles. Letter B. Lily made 7 gallons of lemonade for the church party. How many quarts did she make? Oh, interesting, interesting. Here I can draw this. Let's do that. I'm gonna use yellow, but I don't want it to be like super light. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this, and you can too, but you've got to be neat, right? Now there is another way to do this, but it's the 4th grade way, and you know what? Actually, I can teach you the 4th grade way. Let me just do the 3rd grade way first, or at least borderline 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and then I'll show you the actual 3rd grade way. I'm gonna draw 7 gallons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if you want to draw 7 gallons, that's fine. It's just that you can actually use this workspace for the actual work. So maybe not draw the 7 gallons. All right, so there's 7 gallons, 7 kingdom of gallons, and inside I'm going to draw the quarts. How many quarts does 1 gallon have? Has 4. Okay, so Now I'm going to draw 4 quarts in each of these gallons. 1. And it's going to take a while. This is probably why you shouldn't have to draw. You can just watch me draw and make sure I actually put 4 quarts in each gallon, okay? So you don't have to draw this. I promise you don't. I'm just drawing 4 quarts in each gallon. Yes, it is now a lengthy process, but we're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, here. Wow, okay, so many. Now, how many quarts are there? Because it says, how many quarts did she make? Now we have to go through another lengthy process of counting the quarts. Are you ready? I'm going to use red. Let's count these quarts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 quarts. I know I could have done, now I'm going to put 28 quarts in the answer sheet, and then I'm going to prove to you, or I'm going to show you another way to find this. You know what you could have done, or what I could have done? I could have done this. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, because that is honestly, that's how it goes. Because if I could have done this. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. But that's not what we want to do. Now I'm going to show you the actual way of doing this. Goodbye. Sorry. Okay. There are 7 gallons. Now you write this down. Okay, now write this down. There's 7 gallons of lemonade, but I want to find out how many quarts that is. Oh, does it look familiar now? We are converting. Okay, so make sure you have this written down. I'm now going to write the steps. Okay, steps are here. Now I have to ask myself, who's bigger, a gallon or a quart? And I just drew it for you. A gallon is bigger. So I'm going to go from big to small. From big to small, I multiply. Remember I told you that that kind of hand motion is kind of like the Wakanda pose or the Wonder Woman pose. Big to small, I multiply. Oh, I did a Wakanda pose. One more time. Big to small, I multiply. Good exercise for me in the morning. Big to small, I multiply. Now I got to think of my special number. How many quarts are in a gallon? How many did I draw in each of those gallons? I drew 4 quarts. So I'm going to put 4 right here. And now I'm going to multiply. 7 times 4. We know this already. 7 times 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 28. Or if you want to count by 7, 7, 14, 21, 28. Either way, 4 times 7 is 28. 7 times 4 is 28. 28. And that's what we have here. I proved it to you in like 3 different ways. I drew it, I counted, and then we did it this way, the way we are now familiar with. I know it took a while, and I know this video is already long, but I wanted you to see it because we're working on critical thinking. Now, your seat work is this page, okay? If you don't have a ruler, try to find one, okay? Really, try to find a ruler, because when I sent homework about 2 weeks ago in your bags, I know I put rulers in there for some of you who had rulers. If you don't, try to borrow one from a sibling, or later on in the week, try to get one. It's important to have in your house at least one ruler to help you measure things. Now let's look at page 189. I told you this was going to be lengthy, but that's because, again, we had no school on Monday, and I did kind of send this video to your parents on Friday in case you wanted to get started on this on Monday. But if you didn't work on it over the weekend, that's totally fine. So here it is. We're on page 189. We're going to learn how to divide or how to find fractional groups again. So page 189. Okay, thank you. So in this part, it says circle 1/3 of each group. So that means I have to circle 3 groups. 3 different groups. Watch. I'm going to use, ooh, these are tree frogs. Cute. I'm going to use orange. Semi-thick. So I have to circle 3 groups because it says here 3. All right, so Here's one group. And remember, they all have to be even. I can't just be like this. This is 3 group, 1 group. I mean, I can do that. Oh yeah, circle 3. So I have to circle 3 frogs. There you go. There. Or I could have done it the really weirder way like this. That's 1 group of 3 and 1 group of 3. But either way, how many groups do I have? I have 2 groups. 1, 2. So in the blank, I put 2. All right. And I'm just going to circle 1 because it says circle 1/3. 1/3. Here I've got green frogs. Okay. So I have to circle 1/3 of it. So that means, again, when I circle them, you have to be even. Let's see. Actually, no, I have to make sure that there are 3 in a group. That's what I have to make sure there are 3 in a group. So this has 3. This has 3. That has 3. That has 3. Okay. Now I know this is a circle 1/3, but I'm just gonna circle like 3 in each group. So how many groups do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 groups. So I'll put 4 in the blank. I love these axolotls. Look how cute. They're like frogs, but with legs, or like longer bodies and then weird legs. Oh, cute. Pink. Okay. So I'm going to circle 3. I'm going to make sure that when I circle a group, there's 3 inside. 1, 2, 3. How many groups are there? 1, 2, 3. 3. Now, did you catch what I caught? Not the axolotls, but I mean like this. Watch. Look at the pattern. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So here's the pattern. Just divide by 3. So 21 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. How many fingers do I have? 7. So I'll put 7 in the blank. Letter B. 36 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. I held up 12 fingers. Here, 3 divided by 3. 3, just 1. So you see, I didn't have to draw anything. All I needed to remember was I take the whole number and I divide it by the denominator. I was going to say dividend. Take the whole number and divide it by the dividend. So you can try D through F on your own, but we will definitely do it at our Zoom meeting. All right, word problems. Ooh, the workspaces are different. Number 1 or 3A says Caleb. Don't you miss Caleb and his jokes? Caleb has 15 books. Elijah owns twice as many. How many books do both boys own? Oh, again, this is a 2-step process. So let me show you what's going to happen here. I've got Caleb, and he's pretty tall. So I'm going to draw Caleb. Okay. And he has 15 books. Now, you can draw this too. You're probably wondering, do we have to draw this, Ms. Vera? You can if you want. But they gave me lots of space to draw anyway, so I'm going to do it. Now, Elisha, slightly taller, but not as tall as Caleb. Okay, he has twice as many. You see how it says twice? That means I have to multiply by 2. Whenever you see the word twice, that means multiply by 2. So that's times 2. 15 times 2. Now, it does not mean that Elijah has 2 books. It just means that he has more books than Caleb. He has twice as many. So I need to multiply it by 2. So on this side, I'm going to do 15 times 2. Go ahead and give that a shot. Pause the video. Do 15 times 2. Unpause. All right, so 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And I hope you really tried, okay? I hope you're not just like pause and unpause. So Elijah has 30 books. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put parentheses around the times 2 because he doesn't really have 2 books. It's just telling me to multiply by 2. And below that, I'm going to put 30. Elijah has 30 books, so he definitely has more books than Caleb. Now, I'm not done because it says, I just wanted to erase. Okay, because it says, how many books do both boys own? So I need to combine the number of books from Caleb and Elijah. Okay, because I want to know how much they both own. So I'm going to do this. 15 plus 30. And you're probably, 30? Where does 30 come from? Remember, Elijah has 30 books. So 15 plus 30 is 45. So both boys own 45 books. Together, not separately. All right. Letter B. Avery and Ella have a collection of 98 stickers. Wow. If they divide the stickers evenly, how many will each girl get? All right, so if you want, you can draw Avery and Ella. Here's Avery, okay, and here's Ella. And together, they have 98 stickers, all right? Now, they want to divide that. They want to make sure that, both girls have stickers, but they've got to make sure both girls have the same amount of stickers. Avery cannot have more than Ella. Ella cannot have more than Avery. They have to have the same amount of stickers. And it told us what to do already. Divide. Now, I'm going to let me just erase the 98. And I'm going to do 98 divided by, what do I divide by? 2. You know why? Because they're just 2 girls, Avery and Ella. So let's divide. 9 divided by 2. 9 divided by 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, I can't use 10, so I'll use 8. So there are 4 fingers. 4 times 2 is 8. 9 take away 8. Take away 8. 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's just 1 left. Then I do 18 divided by 2. So I can do that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. How many fingers do I have? 9. 2 times 9 is 18. So each girl is going to get 49 stickers. So that's what I write here. 49 stickers. Now, I know I may have gone too fast, and I'm sorry for that. You can always rewind, or you can ask me to clarify at our Zoom meeting. You can say, Miss Farah, I didn't understand why you did this. Can you explain it again? And I'd be happy to do that. All right, this page is your seat work. So, here's your seat work. Page 188, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Page 190, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, we did a longer lesson because we had no school on Monday. But that's okay because we are learning more, we're getting smarter, and your critical thinking is improving. So thank you very much for continuing with the work. I'll see you at our meeting, and I really hope that by the time we meet, you have at least done one of the pages or most of the work, all right? See you later, 3rd graders. Happy Tuesday.